Hi, my name is Erick Quan. I'm a licensed therapist, and today I'm just going to teach you a mindfulness technique. It's a type of mindfulness, so it's not similar as to other things. This technique, it's about external and internal awareness. So what do we mean by that? So what we mean by internal awareness, it is that you tend to focus on your thoughts, your emotions, even bodily sensations such as you feel rested or you feel anxious and you feel that your body is maybe shaky. And when we focused on the external, we actually, as the word means, things outside. So we use a lot of our senses. We tend to smell, we use our sights to look at things, we hear things that are going around our environment. In other words, we notice what is around us. So in this mindfulness technique, it helps regulate our emotions or even our thoughts. So for example, if you tend to avoid your emotions, it means that you're more externally focused. And what this mindfulness technique will teach you is that instead of avoiding the technique, let's focus on the internal world. Same thing on the other side. If you tend to, focus too much on your techniques, if when something happens, you go to that and you focus so much on the emotions, it's gonna push, it's gonna exacerbate, it's gonna increase the intensity of the emotions, which can be damaging or cause more distress. So for those who are more internally focused or aware of what's going on, we shift it and we tell them, all right, let's focus on external awareness to reduce the intensity of the internal world. It's all about balance. So what does this mean? In other words, is I want you to always have, ideally 10 minutes per exercise. And I want you to start trying to figure out, am I more internal or am I more external? How do we differentiate those things? Simply, when something happens, do you tend to retain things and start thinking over and over and over and then analyzing your emotions and things like that? If that's you, then it means that you are an internally aware person. And that's not a bad thing. Same thing on the other side. How do we detect if you're externally aware? Well, if you are, whenever something big happens and you would want to hang out with friends or, would want to focus on something else, playing video games, watching a movie, or just go out on a walk, that's external awareness because you're trying to get things from the outside, but in turn, ignoring your internal awareness. Like I mentioned before, it's a balance. It's not bad that you have one or the other. The idea is to have a balance. How do we help each other? So for example, if I'm sitting here and I want to have external awareness, then at this time while I'm making this video, I can hear at times thunder because it's about to rain. It's about to be chaotic outside. I can also hear my own voice. I can also see the lighting of certain, lights for this video. And I can also feel that I'm cold because it's a little chilly. If I'm talking about internal awareness, that is different because then I have to sit still in a comfortable position, or there's more preference. If you want to open your eyes, you can open your eyes. If you want to close your eyes, that is up to you. But it's a matter of just bringing thoughts into awareness, but not sticking to those thoughts. For example, I'm thinking, all right, how long is this video gonna be? But I'm not gonna try to focus so much on it has to be this, it has to be this. No, I just acknowledge the thought and then let it pass. And then another thought comes. For example, what am I gonna eat for lunch? I don't go into it as I'm gonna eat this, that. No, I just see the thought and let it pass. Same thing with emotions. Am I having a good day? Yes, I feel happy. and I let it pass. It's just acknowledging those emotions and those thoughts internally. Is my body relaxed or is it tense? And yes or no. It's just acknowledging those and becoming more aware of what's going within the body and not hyper-focusing on one simple thing. So that is one of the mindfulness techniques. It's internal and external awareness. And what I want you to get out of this video is it has to be balanced. It's good to have one, but it's best to have the other as well. We seek balance because once we balance ourselves, then we're prepared for any situation in order to regulate our emotions. Thank you so much.